And we're back.
Oh,
I see audio doing audio things. That's good.
Audio.
Audio.
audience, are we audible?
Ooh,
I was going to say visible,
audience.
but I can see us. So
Yeah, we're here.
unless, or I see that, or I'm hallucinating.
Or are we?
Oh no, I'm
Are any
hallucinating.
of us really here?
I'm sorry, I'm hallucinating. I'm actually AI.
Oh no.
Spiritually, I'm with you all.
Hey, so it's all the people who were here before, and we're still here. And in
Hey.
fact, we're about to enter another round of combat with this small army of Dragonborn. Um, beginning with Tromlin, who is riding on the back of a Dragonborn who is frozen in place. I assume you would like to
Well,
coop,
I forgot to
this
ask, who's my
grass.
god for today?
Oh
Let's
yeah.
find out.
Ooh,
Let's
exciting.
find out.
19.
Hang on a second. I'll hang on to that 19. I just need to pull up the right table for NPCs. Includes the. Oh no, that's not the one. That's the one with Perny's demon list. Pantheons. That's the one with Randy's gods list. 19, you say? Oh, it's it's Abathor. Abathor is like the darker version of Vergadane. So Abathor is the dwarven god of greed, wealth, trickery, and envy. The flip side of Verdigane. Both are worshipped, of course, by dwarf merchants who like to cover all their bases. Abathor's symbol is an ornate dagger point down.
Well, I pull out Abathor's holy symbol on my keyring, cup this Dragonborn's chin up, and offer Abathor a sacrifice.
Draw a line. Okay. This is like coup de grace situation, but like just in interest of damage.
Yes.
This would
But here's
be.
the weird question. Can I also make it an intimidation to the other Dragonborn paying attention?
I think so. So let's roll your attack damage,
Okay.
which is a D4 plus 3.
That would be a full 7. Nice.
And then add to that your 2d6 sneak attack damage.
Alright, hold on. Roll 2d6. Oh, 10.
So 17.
Yep.
And then on top of that, a coup de grace is generally considered an automatic crit, so we would double it. And that would, even if I wasn't just going hand wave coup de grace, that would be enough to finish him off. So yeah, Abathor gratefully accepts your sacrifice. You
I will
kind of
do
cast a raised eyebrow on a couple of the dwarves who recognize the holy symbol.
it. Fair.
But yeah, very much so.
We call that finishing move the Abathor throat.
As an attempt to intimidate, that would be a 22.
Excellent. That is found very intimidating by the Dragonborn nearby. Not all the Dragonborn are able to catch this, of course, because it's pretty damn chaotic out there between all of the flying
That's
spells
fine.
and the storm sphere and giant hands and sand walls and other things that are lobbing about. But you can
As
definitely,
long as I can make eye contact with the ones who are intimidated, I don't
you pick a couple of nearby Dragonborn to make like total eye contact with while you cut the throat of this one.
Good. Good.
Ugna.
All right. I believe two of them were stunned last round, correct?
Yes. So you have two stunned opponents.
Right.
Who
And
are
there was
unable to
one
do anything.
unstunned that I hit. Did he
who
go down
I
yet?
forgot to have him attack you back, but whatever. I'll throw a quick roll now, which was like one that didn't beat your armor class and one that did. So you've got like garbage damage. You got like 6 damage.
Cool.
Just
Okay.
to keep the storyline going there.
Yeah. All right. Well, that guy needs to be taken down. Just straight up attacking.
Yeah.
11 plus 10 will just
Sorry.
do it.
No. He is attacking. You've got him in a headlock.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You can do a bunch of things to him.
I can do so much.
So he's
Shove
like
a cream
stabbing at
puff in
you.
his mouth, says
Yep,
Morgan from your
attacks you with
shoulder.
disadvantage. Okay, he did
Try
still hit
him
you
in the
with the one
face.
attack.
Wait, is your stream on right now? Are these
Good.
chat requests?
Good.
What's going on?
Ernie checks his subscription.
The chokeout takes several turns, right? And it's hard because they're strong.
Hello?
Yep. Can you hear me?
I heard you say it's hard because, and then nothing for a second.
The chokehold takes several turns, right, to actually choke them out?
Yes, I believe so.
All right.
But you can damage them while you have them
I very much can.
under your control either way. So
Yeah.
basically how this works, you can you can continue doing grapple damage while you do other things, and you have advantage to strike them while you've got them grappled.
Oh, nice. Well, let me roll another die here.
So you can basically, like, while you've got him in a headlock, you can basically smack him on the head with your hammer with advantage.
I'm doing that.
Do extra damage with your
From this
chokeout at
chokehold.
the same time.
Let's do it.
Yep.
So that first one, the advantage gave me a 19 plus 10, so 29,
Well,
which
that hit.
I think will hit.
Yeah, I think you might be
That might.
onto something.
Can I also do the disarming attack on this guy? So he cannot hit
Sure.
me back.
Yeah. While you're smacking him with the hammer, you can sort of like get the handle under his weapon arm and just like send his short sword flying.
Ooh. And then I'll add that die roll to my damage.
Yep.
And 7, 13 plus 8.
Okay. And then you
21.
can roll a grapple roll.
Yep.
To do an extra D4 plus strength bonus damage.
All right. I also get another attack after that.
Yep. So how much damage did you do so far?
Heck. Does anyone in the chat remember how much I just said?
I didn't catch it because your sound cut out on me.
I was actually thinking about the logistics of riding Ugna through battle.
Good.
Just
she mostly uses her like momentum, and Ugna's just like rolling around, literally wrestling a person, and Morgan just
one hand with the bonus
bumped up like a balloon.
Roll 2d8, please, for that damage. Just re-roll it.
Yep. So that is 5 and 6.
Okay. So it's 11 plus, what is it? Plus 5 or plus 6?
For the strength?
No, the hammer's plus 8. Plus 8.
Plus 8.
So that's 19. And now, did you hit with the wrestling attack?
It's with advantage, correct?
No, just straight up roll the grapple. This is to see if you do additional damage.
Okay. No, I only rolled a 4.
So that would be a 15.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you get advantage on attacks while you're got a grapple target. So yes,
Let me
sorry.
roll another die. 14 plus strength.
Plus 11.
Oh, plus 11. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do.
Athletics. So that is a D4 plus 5 additional damage.
Cool. That's 1.
So
So
6.
6.
So
And then
25
second
damage.
attack.
That was 1 attack. Second
Yep.
attack, you're going to do some more?
Let's do the same. 18. Plus another 10. So 28.
Yep.
And this is just a straight up hammer attack to the face. 7 plus 8. So 15.
Okay.
I just smack him around the face with a hammer and choke him out.
Yeah, and the grapple damage is bonus action, so you can only do that for once. Okay, so yeah, you did like 40 damage to him. Just holding his head in a headlock and bashing on it with a hammer.
Not a great position to be in.
And you disarmed him in the process.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
sorry, he gets a saving throw against that disarm. He failed.
Now he doesn't have a weapon.
Not great.
Because these are the guys with the big lances, right?
No, they have short swords, but he was stabbing. He literally stabbed you with it last round.
Still do not want to be stabbed in the face.
So it's his turn. I would like you to make a dex save as a reaction.
I don't get advantage on this?
No, just a regular dex save, but I'm letting you do this as a reaction. He is going to attempt to...
21.
That's more than enough. He was going to attempt to breathe fire on you, but because you have him grappled, you can keep him from getting the fire breath aimed at you, but also with that roll, I will allow you to aim it at somebody else. Where would you like to aim?
Thrower.
Hell yes. Who is the nearest Dragonborn who is not a red dragon?
One of the nearest is a red one, but there are some black ones.
Let's aim at them.
So you aim him at a black Dragonborn. Please roll the 7d6 damage, and I will roll the save to see if he manages to dex out of the way and take half.
That's enough that I'm going to a dice roller. $21 damage.
And he gets to keep his breath weapon to try again.
Good.
Although maybe he will think twice about it.
I'm gonna play this dude like a bagpipe.
Other enemies around the... Okay, so at this point, a number of your enemies that are still standing. There's basically no Dragonborn left in the clearing who are not injured to a significant degree. A small group of Dragonborn who are like kind of... You can hear fighting kind of going on beyond the clearing in the jungle, but you hear from that direction a booming, bellowing shout, clearly amplified by magic, like a cleric's cantrip. I forget what it's called.
Thaumaturgy?
Yes, thaumaturgy. Not. Is it called thaumaturgy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, the prestidigitation-y one for clerics that specifically have that kind of thing. Yeah, someone's using thaumaturgy to amplify their voice, but you hear this bellow calling for a retreat. Or something similar. You're not 100% sure because I don't think any of you speak Draconic.
I love you.
Do I?
The only one who does for sure is Fetid, and he's not here.
Yeah.
Tromlin, give me your language roll. So this is int plus professional bonus. So you've got a plus 4 on this roll.
Okay. That's 16.
That'll do it. It's not that hard to figure out. 15 would be a sufficient threshold. Yeah, you're pretty sure this is calling for a maneuver, but specifically like a fallback, a regroup and retreat type of order. And with that, a bunch of the Dragonborn are going to do disengage actions with their immediate foes. Others who are in more dire straits, like where the dwarves are starting to overwhelm a couple of these Dragonborn. Like the one that the current one that Elgato is on the face of is not going to be easily able to disengage. But basically, a bunch of them are trying to disengage. The ones who can't are going to attack in various ways. Completely unable to deal with.
I made Pico some tea.
Elgato gets missed a bunch. Did you make a Pico tea?
I'm making a Pico tea. He's very happy.
There's a special bird tea that Pico gets to drink.
Yes.
It's just organic berries in hot water. But he loves it.
That's tea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Orange Pico.
Also, why he won't stay under
I have
orange Pico.
organic rainbows.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, hell
That's
yeah.
my little treat.
Rainbow bacon.
Done. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna. There's a few more ranged attacks at some wizards. I'm going to actually roll a few of them because they're trying to cover fire and convince the wizards to fall back and not get up in their business with attacks. Yeah, there's a couple of hits as a number of ranged attacks, especially from at the edge of the clearing from the woods. Crossbow bolts come shooting into the air, forcing the three wizards to fly low to the ground and closer to you guys. Copernicus. What would you
Okay.
like to do?
So
you're standing next to the one that you just watched your Grand Nugget cut the throat of the immobilized Dragonborn that you are next to. Captain Oz is taking up a position sort of defensively next to the two of you and pulled out a pistol and is doing some ranged fire as well.
I think I'll quickly turn to the captain / Darius, who I think probably have the best read on the situation, and
Yeah, the two
just
of them are
ask
both
like,
quite nearby.
yeah, I'll just ask like, do we let them go? Do we pursue? And see what their orders are. Just having a bigger sense of what's been going on, and if like we need to fall back to the ships or something.
Darius will say, "No, there be too many of them. We need to get back to our ships. We need to get off this damned rock."
Okay, then I'll take my turn to cast a prestidigitation and
we used the scroll. It's we don't have another. There's no way to get back to where you were.
Okay, the wizards can help us. I'm gonna boom out in with my thaumaturgy and just like call out for any loxodons within a pretty big earshot. Like a make for the ship under your captain's orders. And see if I can start moving people. And I don't think there's a way I can talk to the wizards without alerting everyone.
When you start to say that, Darius and Oz will sort of like, wait. There's another way out. There's a way we can get through that gate again. And Oz will say, I don't think we can outrun the fleet in our ships. Not unless you've some magic to help us hide our ships and escape. This might be better. To which Darius will say, if there be magic that can help our ships get away, I'd rather not lose her. If we go this way, we can't get everyone, we can't get the cargo, and the ships will be lost.
Okay.
What if we split our wizards? Some of them go with the teleportation, and some of us go with the ship.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. How far are the wizards?
They're flying back towards you guys in low because they're trying to avoid all of this crossbow fire.
Okay. I'm gonna give them covering. I'm gonna give them covering fire then until we can rally and talk.
Yeah, if you and Morgan do some like covering fire spells, basically you're the last ones to go on this round, along with your friends. But they're basically the dwarves and Elgato are rallying up the Loxodons and finishing off the non-retreating Dragonborn. So quickly, Darius and Oz will try and give you the basic rundown here. There are two ships. So Darius's ship and Oz's ship, that his merchant vessel that you guys went to Ravenfall on, are both here tied up or just offshore on the island. It's going to take time to get to the boats and then take the boats back out to the ships. The Dragonborn won't be fully retreating; they'll be regrouping, and they don't know how many Dragonborn ships there are. One of the like there's a fleet out there. The Dragonborn control these waters, and the vessel that came upon them while they were anchored here likely has more than enough troops to board Darius and Og's ships. Darius's ship has some pretty hefty armaments because, of course, as you know, it was built by by Darius's father and the Maestro back in the day, and it is like a big clockwork monstrosity. So he's not worried about fighting off like boarders from like one ship or something, but he doesn't want to be in the middle of the Dragonborn navy.
Mhm.
Good, we don't have a storm druid with us.
Well, no, but Azuria's
With her dragon
specialty
form.
is very
Yeah.
much lightning and weather. And in fact, let me have a look at
The googliest
her
eyes.
spell
Isn't he
options.
such a Muppet?
Yep.
Just a Muppet.
What happened? He just
Pico.
put his face in the
We were going to call him Beaker, but we were like, no, bad things always happen to Beaker. Let's name him something else. But he's just a Muppet. He's good.
He also made us think about salsa, and he's a pineapple conure.
Yeah.
And then we were pico de gallo.
Pico de gallo.
You can chop fruit into a pico de gallo. Okay. So you're proposing to split up?
Yeah,
So
I think
we have wizards that can teleport the injured out, and then the rest of the Loxodons and wizards that can come with us to help save those ships. I was thinking I could dimension door, and hopefully someone else might have dimension door to get at least enough people to start bringing the ship towards us from the boats going up to the ships. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess the question is, do you guys want to get back to
So Sunshine Manor. Yeah.
or do you want to go with the boats?
I think we want to get back
So
to
you can-
Sunshine Manor. I think if Aurelia can stay to help storm magic things,
Or
and
Azurina.
maybe
Yeah.
yeah, and then if yeah, that's right, yeah, sorry. And then if as Captain Gull or Ulf can captain kind of both ships for a little bit, because we want to borrow Darius for the council, and then we can make sure that we can make plans for how to get him back to his ship afterwards. But I think we're happy to stick around long enough to get everyone on the boats and teleport from the boats, if that
Mhm.
makes things easier.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll
I
lose the
can spare
ships,
the
but they'll keep
dying.
all their people.
I can
Yeah.
spare the dying anyone who's down right now.
Same.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
quite a
man.
few downed Loxodons and Turtles. You can go around and kind of quickly save those that can be saved. There's going to be a few of them who've been down long enough to be out of death saves, but there will certainly be ones who are not completely gone.
Yeah, I'll use up
Morgan's
my
gonna
healing.
guidance people as she goes.
Yeah. Sorry, was that Randy?
I'll use up my healing as well.
Okay. So I think Azuria has Storm Sphere, which is always a good one. But also, I think I would probably allow hallucinatory terrain can also do a lot of interesting sea illusions, because you can make the appearance of like whirlpools or rough seas and
Or a
tidal
ship
waves.
going that way.
Yeah. To say nothing of like the basics of like wind gust spells that can mess with your opponents. So
Buddy, hey.
in
Oh,
the interest of wrapping up pretty quick, what's that?
oh, finally, like things are settling down a little bit. We're gonna go, Perny. I was thinking that someone visible might have gotten through the portal to us. That's where I was saying to look. So just that was a thought I had, and I just
Yes, I jumped headlong into the portal without thinking to look back. But I think it seems that the person who opened it consciously. So I think that there was no subterfuge here, but we can certainly do a sweep when we're back to be sure.
Captain Ulf will say, we were left a scroll by the wizards in Karsh, so that we might come after you, and we could not make it in time. That is what my mate, and he sort of gestures at the very much dead Loxodon with the scroll, cast the spell, but they were upon us. We were not able to get away.
Well, we'll make sure we can save who we can save.
So out of the brush, out of the bushes, the illusionary shrubs will disappear, and little Timothy and Tomothy will come scurrying up and say, "Oh dear, oh dear, but please, the master, is he safe? To be precise, safe."
Morgan reaches into her bags and pulls out cream puffs and just hands them to the boys.
They will each take them and use their trunks to tip their hats a little bit.
Really cute.
We haven't seen Sir Godfrey. Like he's a white elephant, so it's probably very easy to spot him amongst the other
You wouldn't
Loxodons.
spot him here.
I'll start to fly speed, like just using my boots up to see if I can get any vantage point on a Sir Godfrey anywhere in the woods.
You have the gem of true seeing. You got some
Ooh.
pretty good perception-y stuff going on up there. Make me a perception roll with advantage.
I'll use the advantage from. I still have some from Morgan as well.
I'll guidance and I'll jump up there with them. Take a look around.
So this is a fairly difficult. So go ahead and give me the perception roll on advantage, and then add the D4 and tell me what your best shot
So
here is.
18 on the die, plus 3 on guidance, plus 2 from perception gets me to a 23.
Oh, sorry. You can use investigation instead if you want. Like you're calling for this one, so you can use either one.
Okay, so then we're at 21 plus 7 gets me to a 28.
All right, that's way up there. So you, first thing is you can see quite an area around, and you can see to the north many ships.
Sure.
Mostly quite a distance away, out in the fog on the horizon, and you recognize. Well, actually, give me a history check. Let's see how much you know.
So, and I got free advantage on the last one. I didn't have to pay for that with Silvery Barbs.
No, that was the Silvery Barbs.
Okay.
Can I guidance this one? I'll jump up there with them.
Yep.
Take a look around. So you got your guidance? And I got
Okay.
a low roll.
Just roll the history straight to start with here, because this is something
Yeah.
you're not really planning for. So just roll it and tell me what you got first, and we'll
Okay,
see if you need.
so with no guidance, I get a 24. With guidance, I get a
You're
26.
fine. You don't
I do
need
think that Morgan has learned to recognize like the old man vein in Porny's forehead that starts to like bug out when he's like trying to remember an old man fact.
Horny's forehead.
Yeah, Porny's forehead. That
Yeah,
is that's Kearney's
you-
stream that he runs.
You know enough about the historical about the Nelmarzesh. You recognize the ships. These are not just Zarashi slavers or raiders. These there you see some of the huge advanced ships of Anchor Hall. So these are like the crazy steampunk
Oh wow.
battleships, and the smaller, faster raiding ships and others are around them. This is a fleet. This is a full-on fleet, not a raiding party. More nearby, you can see some outrunners of the fleet, including the troop ships that had landed everyone on the island here, to the west. And around on the east end of the island, there is a lagoon where you can see the boats that have come off of Captain Ulf's ship that, of course, you recognize, having spent some time on her. And further away out is Darius's huge ship. And in the direction of the landed troop ships, and the troop ships are like these smaller black raider ships that you associate with the Zareshi raids. They run right up on shore. Like, these are ships that have like the front bulwarks that come down so that they can basically practically beach the ship and launch an amphibious assault without needing to row in a bunch of men. And these ships do have single masts and sails, but they also have like sculls. They've got like rows and rows of oarsmen.
Is there anyone manning those ships?
Yes. So not only are there people manning those ships, there is a large force on the beach, kind of regathering. So basically, the Dragonborn had split into groups that had come into the jungle to basically like pincher attack and corner and attack these merchants. And then being driven back by you guys, they are now remassing on the beach. But you also notice that one of those ships has a group of prisoners being escorted onto it in chains, much as many of these ships do, because this is kind of what the Zareshi do. So they raid and take slaves. And amongst those individuals that you see in chains are a number of Loxodon, one of whom stands out to you by being bright white.
Okay.
That's a
we're-
problem.
Yeah.
And
If we had to estimate like how many people we would have to fight to get to him at this point, we're talking like dozens,
or
hundreds.
enough that you wouldn't want like a head-on fight.
No, we should do like
It's
a
not like
smash and grab, like teleporting.
Yeah, it's not like hundreds, but you would guess that there is, now that there's sort of all of the different troops that you guys were fighting off are reassembling there, you would have to fight your way through probably at least 100 overall, between the two ships.
Call for some strategy.
Yeah. And maybe that's a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can figure out what
We're gonna
spells we
end
got
At
and
6:30.
yeah.
Anyway,
I will point out. Has Morgan, have you met Sir Godfrey already?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, we hung
in
out on the
fact,
ship.
Yeah.
Sir Godfrey
yeah.
made your tablets.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and we fought the Aboleth.
We have an order
on the
with
ship.
him
That's right.
for Lehman's tiny hut. We have an order in.
Right. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Did Perny get a sense of what island we might be on? Like, we're not in Nelmar's Ash, are we?
Oh yeah. So you are
Well, I have a map
indeed
up.
you are among the islands. If you want to pull up the map, Alina.
I have it here. Do you want the close-up of Nelmar's Ash?
Yeah.
Perny goes up. I like special gem looking through, being a historian, understanding where all these ships are, where we are in relation to like the island shape. And Morgan rolled a 3 on her perception when she
Great.
got up there. So she just kind of slingshotted up and was floating down, being like, wow, what a pretty sunset and a lot of warships.
Scroll over to the right a bit more so I can see the shoreline. I don't know if you can.
Sort of.
Maybe switch back to the other one that shows the. Now that I can see those islands there.
Yeah.
Switch back to
Give me
the
a
zoom out
second.
that shows Ibiza as well.
Where is Ibisha?
Yeah, the one that you just had. Although actually, no, you know what? That other one does work. Where it's just showing the north tip of the islands.
All right.
So everyone can see the hook of the Holy Ibetian Empire there, and north of that, yeah, those islands, that set of like 4 islands. So south of that, there are smaller islands that aren't shown at this scale on the map. There's a whole chain of them that runs in 2 directions. One to the
Where?
southwest.
Here.
Yeah.
That's Santo
One is to the
Bianco.
south.
Karsh is up
And
here.
so you came through those islands on your way with your what was his name? I've forgotten Zub's
Yeah.
character's name.
I'm gonna go look it up.
Captain.
Ooh, I can
Dang it.
remember this one.
He had a cool
Christoph.
name too.
Christoph, yeah.
Christoph, yes, Captain Christoph. I was
This
looking through
guy.
my. So Captain Christoph took you through those islands, but that chain runs into smaller and smaller islands like a reef heading southward, which
Towards
makes that
Delmar's
entire
Edge?
bay to Santo Bianco a little bit treacherous. But then there are also some slightly larger islands running off towards the west by southwest. And that is roughly where you are. So like you would guess that Najazar might be pretty close to due north of you.
Oh wow,
Maybe
so
a
like
little
here?
bit. Yeah, or a little bit further to the east than that, but not by much.
Yeah.
Somewhere between
Cool.
that point and that line on the map that just comes down.
Somewhere in here.
Yeah. That's your best guess just from this vantage point and your amazing 28 roll. Okay, so here you
We're
are
a long
now
way
with
from
the
home.
wizards trying to quickly make some kind of plan for how to get Darius and Ulf's ships the hell out of there before the rest of the damn fleet comes down this way, or if they're going to. But also maybe rescuing Sir Godfrey wouldn't be a bad idea, and then also casting a teleportation circle back to the safety of your home.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
we have
I think
we
that's
have
a good
several
idea.
problems.
Yeah, so you've got some problems to solve. So let's break it there. Let's end there. What do I need to roll?
Roll me a d10.
Okay, I also have to, and just so the audience recalls, this roll is for the art giveaway. If you are not currently subscribed to the channel, don't forget you can always subscribe, and then you're on the draw. So this week it is number 8.
Number 8 is Metageeky.
Metageeky is going to get an art sample.
You win an art.
Our
Yay,
amazing
art.
artist.
I'm going to be catching up on those over the next few weeks here. I've been slammed with prep for 1 million things, including the TED Talk. But I should actually have time to do stuff now.
Yeah. Don't forget to
Nice.
poke the rest of these artists and see what else you can. It doesn't all have to come from
See if
Alina.
anybody's. Yeah, I guess Raven's got some new art. Raven,
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah.
Whatever folks want to do.
send me
Yeah,
your
excuse me.
art. There's
Yeah,
hash
sorry.
code stuff.
Anything
share
you
my
want to
screen.
shout out? on the stream before we wrap it?
I will be streaming on Ultra Deco Archives this Friday, which is Fairy Tale Friday. Yeah, my stupid Rockstar got into a lot of trouble last game. It was just a human-only game. Our Chihuahua witch couldn't make it, so boy, did we get up to trouble. I'm very excited to see what happens this next game. So I'll post the
This is
link
like one of those.
in.
This is your equivalent of a No Traumlin episode, where it's
Kinda,
just
yeah. There was no
unsupervised children.
adult. Yes.
Those are the worst.
Yep.
Worst.
So I'll post a link in the Discord, but you can join us there Friday at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. It'll be a lot of fun. Is it? Wait a second. I gotta check the week. It's not Empyrean weekend. No, I've got my weeks wrong, I think.
You do. It's next week.
It's next week. Sorry, that's next week. Don't join us on Friday. Join us on Sunday on Ultra Deco Archives, where we're playing our other Cypher game, Empyrean Wilds, which I'm playing my Tea Dragon, who is far more refined and dignified than my stupid Rockstar. I love them both. That one, I think we just got into a big combat, so we'll see what happens.
Nice. I forgot I do have something to promote. I've been making art for this fundraiser for missing and murdered Indigenous peoples. It's being run by a good friend of mine, Fry Bread Queen, who's just an incredible advocate and community leader. So if you donate $50 or more, you get a sketch from me. And the more means we go further into my other skill sets, which include animation.
Yeah.
We recently had a fun stream where Angie was. Oh, I think I lost audio?
We can hear you still.
Okay.
I hear you. Yep.
Yeah. So Angie made a pot that the chat decided needed to die, so they got into a bidding war to crush the pot. I made an animation of this sacred hole being crushed and going off into
Good.
the heavens. So that's going to be debuting soon.
I was wondering
So
what that was. I saw your preview of that. It was great.
Okay.
But I was like, what is being
And
crushed
that's the link
here?
to support.
It's just in there, the
Okay.
Digi Alliance.
Okay, awesome.
Peter, you got anything to shout out?
Yeah, I'm going to shout out the rapier. It can cut, it can thrust. The hand protection is quite good. It's a little long. We all have to agree it's a little bit long. But you know, if you build up the shoulder strength to use it, it really is a versatile weapon. And you got.
We agree with you.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. So yeah, shout out to the
This is
rapier.
a small one because he's a cat.
That's fair.
I'd like to mention that Crash Heroes Live is coming back to Gen Con this summer, and the tickets went live last week. So if you happen to be thinking of coming to Gen Con or
7
don't know who
p.m. on
is,
Thursday, baby.
Yep, I have posted a link to the event for those who want to buy tickets. They are ultra cheap. They are the just a base Gen Con price because we're just doing this for fun. So it's just Gen Con's price that you gotta pay. It's like $4. Yeah, I'm not sure who all of us will be there, but some of us will be, and
Figure
it will
something
be
out.
some fun shenanigans.
Shenanigans will ensue.
Anybody else want to shout something out? Randy?
Popeye
Popeye
on Sundays. I'm doing a wrestling storyline. Something positive is back. I had to get a new server because my old host kind of went bankrupt. And so I'm slowly putting 24 years or 25 years of archives back online.
Oof. It's a big job.
Yep. It's
no big
it's
deal.
a hoot. It's fun.
Well,
I'll tell you.
Okay, y'all. Well, next game should be on the 5th, I believe.
Okay.
Is the current plan or thereabouts. I'll double check my calendar, but I'm pretty sure.
3rd, 5th, somewhere in there.
Well, the 5th, or sorry, the 3rd, right? The Tuesday.
That's a Tuesday.
Day. My brain just went 2 weeks from today. It's not correct at all.
That works for me.
Okay. So
All right.
that's the likely plan.
Tentative. We got it.
Join us next time
Thank you for joining us
Same crash
tonight.
channel.
Thank y'all.
Thanks for games, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.